Hello Leo, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we'll jump into in just a second. But I do have the tarot deck we'll be using already shuffled, as well as the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Leo, in your recent past, you have changes with the Four of Cups. You're wanting certain changes in your life. Whether that be in your financial situation, in your love life, I'm not quite sure. Again, this is general, so take it as it resonates. But with the Four of Cups in reverse, or Four of Cups, not in reverse. With the Four of Cups, you have this need to shift your focus. I feel like what we'll see when we start kind of moving forward in this reading is, I feel like if you're experiencing lack or loss or not having what it is that you need, and you give energy to that, per the law of attraction, what you give energy to, you attract more of. And it's very difficult not to give energy to lack when you're experiencing lack. But the more that you give energy to lack, the more of that lack that you will start to attract. And I feel like you've been waiting for things to change or waiting for things to get to a certain point in your life, and that just hasn't happened. Now, I do definitely feel, because in your current energy, you have the law of attraction with Magician, so I do definitely feel like that whole idea of what you focus on expands is really big in this reading, because the universe is saying, hey, Leo, this is how you create the life that you desire. It kind of feels like the universe is guiding you to utilize the law of attraction in creating the life that you desire. When you break down the law of attraction at its most basic level, it's that your thoughts become your beliefs, become your actions, which creates your reality. What you think about becomes what you believe. What you believe becomes how you act, how you move, and then how you act in this world becomes what it is that you create. Your actions create your reality. But it all starts with the way that you think. So what you think about, what you give energy to, what you speak into existence. If you're sitting around saying, I don't have the money I need, I'm so broke, I'm so fat, I'm so stupid. Like, if you talk to yourself that way, if you verbalize those things in your reality, you're giving energy to them. You are attracting that energy into your life. And I definitely feel like this is the universe saying you are deserving of more, and you know that. I feel, Leo, and I feel like this is about you tapping into your power to be able to create more. Because then, in your immediate future, you have intuition with the Ten of Pentacles. So this is learning to guide yourself to your abundance, per the law of attraction, using the law of attraction. So this Ten of Pentacles is absolutely possible for you. But I almost feel as if you've been holding yourself back from it in some way, which we'll definitely see when we dive into tarot. But the overall theme for the reading is shine. It's the new moon in Leo card. I almost feel like this is talking about like stepping into a new phase in your life, stepping into a new abundant energy for yourself. I feel like you've been experiencing lack for so long, and so it's time to get out of that, energy. All right, recent past for Leo, changes with the Four of Cups. What does Leo need to know regarding their recent past? Recent past for Leo, changes with the Four of Cups. Recent past for Leo. Recent past for Leo, please. So there is a new beginning you're wanting. Yeah. So this is, because there's the Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords in reverse, Death. Okay. There is a new beginning that you're wanting. But that just hasn't found its way to you. There are changes that you're needing to make in order to bring this into reality. changes that you're needing to make. Now, one of the things I talk about a lot in my coaching, in some of my readings, is that if we approach our life with the same energy, same thoughts, same behaviors, same patterns, same habits every single day, your outcome and your reality is going to remain the same. Yes, the law of attraction, yes, it's about doing less, attracting more, but it's also about doing less by, instead of doing so much, it's making the right kind of moves, the right kind of changes, the small moves that kind of compound on a day-to-day basis. So you're wanting this new beginning, you're wanting these changes, but just things don't seem to happen. You continue to lack, you continue to give and not receive, and there's a reason for that. So let's see if we can get to the bottom of what's going on here, Leo. So I feel like you're starting to lose hope that things are ever going to change. Now, this is your recent past, but I still feel like it's affecting your current energy. Recent past for Leo, please. Recent past for Leo, please. Recent past for Leo. Interesting, because there's the High Priestess in reverse. It's like the pieces, either things in your life seemingly like fall apart right when you think that they're happening for you, or the pieces never fall into place. Like you're always in this energy of like either almost getting there or staying exactly where you are. Just stagnancy. But then you have the High Priestess in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles. You're not listening to your intuition when it comes to creating these opportunities. I feel like, because with the Four of Wands in reverse, this is about mindset. And it sounds so simple, right? Think positive, attract positive. And it can be mistaken for toxic positivity, because it's not saying like just be happy for where you're at and grateful, all the time, because that's not realistic and that's not healthy. It's saying that there are always negatives in our life and there are always positives. And if you give energy to what's negative, to what you are lacking, to how far you have to go, to what you don't have, if you give all of your energy to that, you attract more of that. But if you learn to focus on the things that are good and give energy of gratitude and try to show up with more joy in your life about the things that are going well, you attract more of those things. So this is a shift in mindset here that's needed, Leo. And I feel like, because if you think that the life that you desire is possible, the abundance you desire, whatever it is, then you're going to see opportunity. But if you don't, because you're always seeing through the lens of lack and limitation, you're always going to feel like it's not possible or like it's one step away. So this is what you've been experiencing. Wanting things to happen for you, but not experiencing those changes. Recent past for Leo, please. Recent past for Leo. Recent past, oh my goodness, for Leo. You're out of alignment with them. Because there's the Nine of Swords with the Two of Wands in reverse. You don't think that they're ever going to happen, which has kept you out of alignment. I feel like so much of your energy has gone to like what you fear or what you worry about. And take it from someone who is diagnosed with a generalized anxiety disorder. I get it. But something that has helped me almost get to a point of alleviating my anxiety is in those moments of stress and worry and thinking of all the things that could go wrong, I have learned to redirect my focus to what I have to be grateful for. Because gratitude and fear and anxiety cannot exist at the same time. So if you give energy to what you're grateful for, even if it's like really hard to find anything, even if it's like my fears, my anxieties are taking over, my life doesn't look like I thought it would, I've lost my ability, or I've lost the opportunity that I had to be happy, or like whatever the case is, no matter how bad, quote unquote, things look, there's always things to be grateful for, starting with the fact that you're alive, the fact that you have something to watch this video on, the fact that you have a bed to sleep in at night. I wasn't necessarily raised knowing how to give gratitude for things that can easily be taken for granted. And the more that I've learned to give gratitude for the things that I do have in my life, the less fear and anxiety that I experience about my future. And so you've been in this energy of being very out of alignment with your abundance because of your mindset. And one of the things that I, want to make very clear when I talk about these things on my channel is that I'm not saying that it's your fault that you haven't created the life of your dreams, right? Because I think that blame and responsibility are two vastly different things. And we tend to have a negative outlook, or we have anxiety, or we worry about the future. We doubt that things are ever going to happen because of our experience. You experience certain things in childhood, such as financial struggles, or you're abandoned by a parent at a young age, one or both parents at a young age. Like, you're going to internalize certain expectations about your reality because of what you've experienced, and your trauma is not your fault. But you do have more power over your reality than you give yourself credit for, than you even know is possible. And it really is as simple as giving energy to the good in your life, shifting your mindset from a negative to a positive. I used to be known as like the complainer in my life. Like, people knew me as the person who I was very negative. I could find the negative in any positive situation. And I always gave energy to the negative. And I was sick all the time. I couldn't sustain relationships. I was always struggling financially. And when I started shifting my mindset, literally just the way that I thought and spoke about my reality started to change. It's very, very real. It's not, though I believe the universe is very magical, it's not really all that magical. It's just rewiring your brain to think in a more positive, optimistic outlook, which then changes your actions. All right, current energy here for Leo, the law of attraction with the Magician. So you're being given an opportunity here to step into a very new beginning. A very abundant beginning here, Leo. Current energy for Leo, the law of attraction with the Magician. I want to turn it all the way around or hit the table. Current energy for Leo, the law of attraction with the Magician. Here's the biggest thing you need to know. You have the power to create your 10 of Pentacles. Strength with the 10 of Pentacles. You have that power. However, you're holding yourself back. I think that was the hardest lesson I had to learn in my journey. I was the only person holding myself back from the life that I deserved and desired. And though it can appear in the form of other people, or in, the form of relationships that don't pan out the way that you want them to, it can appear in the form of other things, but everything we experience is a reflection of what's going on within. You don't believe in how powerful you truly are. That is what this is breaking down to. You don't realize that you have more power over your reality than you have given yourself credit for. But it's not about what you do. It's not about trying harder, chasing harder, burning yourself out. That's not where it lies. It lies in how you think and what you believe. So you are now in this energy, you've experienced lack, you've experienced things not coming together, you've experienced not having what it is that you need and desire, and your soul is saying, enough. You don't have to live that life anymore. Step into this new beginning. Open your heart and soul up to what's possible for you. You have the power to create the life that you desire. This 10 of Pentacles is within your power. So stop questioning whether or not it exists and it's possible for you, and start figuring out how to obtain it. What you need to do to get there, because you have been holding yourself back here. I think that one of the things that's coming through is, first and foremost, the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. I mention it all the time on my channel. This book changed my life. I read it all the time. I sometimes, like, when I'm struggling, I'll go and I'll just open a page of that book and it'll tell me exactly what I need to hear that day. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. It's a documentary. I don't really necessarily love the documentary. I love the book, though, because the book, I feel like you can digest it more. It talks all about the law of attraction, how it works, you know, things of that nature. Even if you think you are incredibly well-versed in the world of manifestation, I still encourage you to pick up that book and read it, because it can give you so much insight into, like, how the little pieces all fit together. Because this is about you realizing that you are more powerful than you've been giving yourself credit for, so that you can create the life of your dreams. So taking on, you know, looking for any tools that can help you do that is absolutely necessary. Okay, current energy for Leo, law of attraction by the Magician. There's that freaking Ten of Pentacles. You're holding yourself back in some way. And it's out of fear. You're holding yourself back out of fear. Let me get more. So Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is just all over this reading. The Moon. You're holding yourself back out of fear. What else? Which is why things aren't moving forward, because it's fear of the unknown. There you are. Because the law of attraction requires action. It's like in the word attraction is the word action. Got that from the book, The Secret. But that's the tricky balance when it comes to the law of attraction, is you have to learn to take steps in divinely guided direction and then let go and let the universe kind of step in and do for you what you can't. But there's a part of you that's not, you're holding yourself back. You're not taking steps in the direction of the life that you desire out of fear. You're doubting your power. Why are you doubting your power? It's keeping you out of alignment. It's keeping things not falling into place for you. You're holding yourself back out of fear. Current energy for Leo, the law of attraction with the Magician. Current energy for Leo. Holding yourself back out of fear. Slowly but surely, as you're in this energy, you're working through resistance. Because, you know, what's interesting, and something that I've definitely come to learn about us humans, is that we're actually very afraid of the abundance, love, and success that we desire. We are more comfortable in our lack, in our doubt, in our fear, and not having what it is that we want and need. We are more comfortable in that because our ego loves what it can predict. And it likes to know exactly how things are going to feel. So your ego says, oh, I like this lack. I'm used to this lack. I know what this feels like. Struggling financially? Heck yeah. I know how to handle that. Getting screwed over in relationships? Yes, please. That's what I'm used to. Like, that's what your ego wants. Learning to step outside your comfort zone means learning to take a risk on yourself and walk away, first and foremost, walk away from what doesn't serve you. Close the door for what doesn't align with you and say, I can't keep investing in things that don't align with what it is I desire. Because if I give energy to what doesn't align with me, I'm going to keep myself from what doesn't align with me. But that's the first step, saying no to what isn't meant for you. And opening your heart and soul up to saying yes for what is, which means taking risks, stepping out of your comfort zone, choosing to start that business, choosing to walk away from that relationship that hasn't been treating you well, and open your heart to the fact that there's probably better for you out there. You know, that's how you step into a more abundant future. But you have to learn to work through your resistance, because we resist our own abundance. We don't like it. We don't want it. No, don't, you know, your ego goes, don't keep that abundance away from me. I don't know what that feels like. That's scary. And so we allow our fear to dictate our movements, choices, and decisions, and stay in places that don't serve us, where we're unhappy, where we're not fulfilled. And that's kind of what you're dealing with right now. So this is about moving out of that energy into your abundance. Immediate future for Leo, clarifying intuition with the Ten of Pentacles. This is for Leo's immediate future, intuition with the Ten of Pentacles. You're more powerful than you think, Leo. Immediate future for Leo, intuition with the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. You don't have to be perfect in order to be happy. There's the Magician. There's the Ten of Pentacles again. I think so many of us have a tendency to believe that we're not prepared enough. I don't know enough. I'm not intelligent enough. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not healed enough. You know, I think we all have a tendency to focus on what it is that we lack and why we've come to believe that we can't have what it is that we desire. I can't start a business. I don't know anything about starting a business. I'm not intelligent enough to do that. I don't know enough to do that. Well, yeah, because you haven't done it before, which is why it's out of your comfort zone. Or like, I can't leave this relationship behind. This person's been in my life for forever. They don't treat me like I deserve, and I know that I'm not getting what it is that I desire, but I have to stay in this because it's my safety net. Right there. It's your safety net. It's not what it is that you deserve and desire. Those are just a couple of examples. This could apply to anything. But understanding that if you aren't living the life of your dreams, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible for some reason. Whether you don't believe that you're deserving, that you're capable, that you're supported, that it's just going to be so difficult, it's not even worth it. And that right there is what keeps you from living the life that you desire. You don't have to work 1 million hours a week for bare minimum money. That was one of the biggest things I learned on my journey. Is I've been in the corporate world. I was a financial advisor in a past life. I did real estate. I've done that world where I was working 12 to 14 hours a day, making good money, but miserable, burnt out all the time. I started this job, this tarot reading career, which is funny because if you would have told me this is what I was going to be, I would have laughed in your face. I work maybe 20 hours a week. I have a fantastic work-life balance. And it's something that I'm very strong with my boundaries about. And I make more money than I ever have. And I don't say that to brag. That's not my intention. My intention is to say what you desire is possible. That was what I went into this. I didn't know I wanted to be a tarot reader, but I said I wanted to use my gifts and my talents to help people in the way I'm meant to help people. And I want to have the lifestyle I desire without having to burn myself out for it. That was my intention going into this. So I say that to say that when you start thinking about what it is that you want to create, you don't need to know exactly what you want to do. You don't need to know exactly how you want everything to look like. Just focus on how you want to feel. I want to feel free. I want to feel financially supported. I want to feel like I'm in a relationship with the perfect person for me. I want to feel majority peace and joy more so than the stress and anxiety I'm used to. You know, what do you want to feel? Focus on that and start aligning your life piece by piece to align with that. You don't have to be perfect. You are deserving of it right now as you are. You just have to start taking steps in that direction. And learn to listen to your intuition in the process. Oops. Immediate future for Leo. Immediate future for Leo, please. Immediate future for Leo. It's time to start choosing yourself. It's time to start putting yourself first. Those boundaries you've been waiting to implement, it's time to implement those. Those risks you've been meaning to take, it's time to take those. Like it's time to stop doubting your power. It's time to stop doubting what it is you're capable of. It's time to stop doubting it, and it's time to start putting what it is that you're deserving of into action. And it doesn't have to be big steps, but taking minor steps in that direction. With the Empress here, this is putting yourself first. And not like, yes, put yourself first, put who you are right now first, but the person that you desire to be. You have to pretend that you already are the person you want to be before you can become that person. So if you think of like, okay, you know, the most powerful version of myself, the most successful version of me, what does that person look like? And what would they do in this situation? Would they settle for a relationship that they're not deserving of? Hell no. Would they settle for bare minimum financial payment for, you know, work that I'm deserving of way more money for? Hell no. Would that person with the most successful version of me decide not to start a business or take a risk because of fear? Hell no. Who do you want to be? What does that person look like? And how can you step into that version of you? That is what you're needing to moving forward, that's what you're needing to focus on. Because you have spent enough time doubting your power. Universe wants you to have this abundance just as much as you do. Leo, immediate future for Leo. New moon in Leo with the shine card. I just love that energy for you because it does feel like this is like a whole new phase of your life. A more abundant, bright, happy phase. You've done the lack. Immediate future for Leo. You've done the loss. You've had the pieces fall out of place. How can you put them all together? Look at this. Four of Pentacles. That is a hell of a lot of stability. And I feel like that's what you're looking for, ultimately, is stability. In your finances, in your relationships, in your mind. Just not feeling so anxious and nervous and on edge and worried all the time. You know, that's what you're looking for. And that's what's possible. The Ten of Pentacles is meant for you. Like, there's no doubt about that. But you've been doubting your power in order to create that. And the universe is like, nope, no more. No more doubting, Leo. You're powerful, you're supported, you're capable, and you're deserving. All right, we're going to hop on over to the extended. This is where I'm going to focus on the more coaching aspect of this reading, dive into these messages, clarifying them, and then pulling some advice. So thank you so much, Leo, as always, for your support of my channel. I obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Leo.